About 250 Angus cattle producers from across the USA were part of the 21st Annual National Angus Conference and Tour. It was held in Georgia this year, and the Farm Monitor's Rick Treptow was there.
People from 27 states and Canada started this tour day at Wakefield Farm in Hart County. Dick Phillips owns it. 700 acres are in pastures and 600 acres are in woods. Angus is a very popular breed. It is best known for their distinctive all-black color.
I think the thing that we've seen in Georgia, maybe more so than we've seen in other states, is the interdependence that the poultry industry and the beef industry would have. We've heard from several speakers how those two industries interface.
So I'm an ex-dairyman, born-again Angus producer. I think it's good for them to come see here and see the different grasses and terrain and soils that we have, and how we also battle with conservation of our land.
Hart County, northeast of Atlanta, is a good example of what agricultural production means to the whole state.
In Hart County alone, we have about 7.2 million pounds of beef produced each year.
The poultry industry also works in with the Angus and all cattle breeds.
It is perfect. Now, Hart County is a little unique in that we've got every type of poultry you can think of, from the commercial production of eggs, which we supply 1% of all the eggs of the United States. If you look at it, I would say at least 2/3 of our poultry operators also have cattle, so it works hand in hand.
The area farms have about half the hay they need to feed the cows through the winter, so another hay cutting is needed. At Bramblett Angus, these top purebred bulls and heifers cost Larry Bramblett a lot of money. So the heifers have to birth a cow a year. The bulls have to have good characteristics for improving commercial herds, or both are sold. There is data available producers may not know about yet.
They haven't started using those numbers like they will. It's growing every year on the uses of the data we have available now.
The cattlemen are enjoying higher prices now. They have to raise enough animals to keep operating against higher inputs.
We also have unprecedented high levels of expense associated with fertilization, with fuel, with land.
When the tour came to Georgia this year, the Angus Association wanted to make sure that their goals are still the same. They want to provide consumers with the best taste, a tender steak, and one that's reasonably priced. There are not many of us who have not seen certified Angus beef in the meat cases.
I guess the biggest thing you can say about the Angus breed, they've done a really good job promoting themselves, and they've done a lot of good breeding in it to build an animal that produces well.
And the Angus breed has done a good job advertising and promoting and doing experimenting on using select sires and so forth, and so the Angus breed's a real stout breed. It also adapts good in this country.
The American Angus Association's done a great job getting us to produce a high quality meat every time it goes on the shelf. If you buy a CAB piece of meat, you know what quality you're going to get, and there's not going to be a sorry piece of CAB.
Certified Angus goes a long way when it comes to consumers. I've seen it back home. I've seen it on the tours of how much certified Angus is promoted.
Some attitude adjustment also took place. Not easy to do to a picky former Virginia extension agent.
We commonly look at the southern cattle as being somewhat inferior, but I have certainly found out that Georgia has some of the outstanding cattle in this country.
The tour sponsors were the American and Georgia Angus Associations. I'm Rick Treptow for the Georgia Farm Monitor.